pretty eventless day. Um, have last exams right now. Um, so today and the next 2 days are not gonna be really eventful. Um, Obviously, in the perfect world, I'm able to squeeze in time to do the actually important thing. But today that wasn't the case. I think maybe the day after tomorrow we'll be able to do it. But after that, I have quite some time to actually do the important thing. 16 hours a day each day, without any distraction, and having a more consistent schedule, which is very important for creating performance. And I actually didn't do as much as I could today. I think it's again because the uh, the purpose of passing the exam is not nearly as motivating as making an actual difference with the work I'm doing mainly. So I wasn't able to put much effort into it because I think it comes down to how expensive is an evaluation operation because brain consumes like 60% of energy of the body in relaxed stale state, and the higher level operations, which were only evolved, the ability for which was only evolved recently, take a lot of energy. They're very inefficient, and so when I need to make the complex logical chain, especially the farther away the reward, it just increases the computation complexity, and by default the brain will not do it, and it will try to optimize actively against doing this. Um, so while yes, when I take effort to just think through the um, reasons of why I'm doing things, yes, I'm able to put 100% of the effort in that moment, and but by default, this is not happening, and I figured out how to optimize that for the thing that matters. I don't want to be optimizing anything for doing school stuff. I think you just need to minimize it as much as possible. And then, yes, if I have time, I'll try to figure out how to do something about this. But mainly, might make sense to introduce more rigid consequences for not meeting expectations on certain stats, of which I'm collecting right now quite some, and it would be, I think, useful to enforce immediate consequences on inadequate results on categories with higher correlation with daily V. The only problem is enforcement. Haven't figured this out. The easiest option is just having someone control this, but I don't have anybody I can entrust this to. So, with Factar, I mean, I guess I'll try to think of it on my own. But the only problem I can run into here is lack of sufficient self-control, which leads to the stats being insufficient, and so in this particular case, I can hardly rely on myself to enforce the discipline. So while on average I'm very much capable of it, in this particular cases where I need it, well, I'll try anyway. I guess I'm blabbering now. Still somehow managed to get a bit tired, which is bizarre considering I haven't done much of things that actually matter. Um, so yeah, 2 more completely wasted days. Try to squeeze in something important there. One exam is math, which is great. That's definitely not a lot of time. How much time I spend there, and I'll probably go deeper into math at some point in the coming months, because again, it's very important, and not just the ability to do math, but reshaping the brain to be able to do math. Like, well, the math that is important. What's important is the brain that can do math, because especially such different from default experience things, they do change the brain a lot. And in this case, it's very good. Like, you could play Tetris and you'd see blocks falling in, or you'd be able to think about blocks falling, turning, whatever. No, I'm retelling Jeff Bezos. I haven't played Tetris, but it's such a good analogy because it's something that doesn't happen in the world, and especially now video games were not a thing. It just showed how much can you program the brain, something like this, and it's very much similar with math. Um, so reshaping my brain to the point where it's efficient at math is very important. I will definitely do it at some point. But for now, the point is just close the exams at the lowest possible passing marks, because none of this matters. I'm only in the uni because otherwise I'm being sent back to Russia without citizenship. But I'll try to figure out how can minimize the problem even less, or drop out safely. I'll figure it out. And after that, I am very, very close to the finish line with a bunch of things actually that I'm working on. So this is very exciting. Will be as soon as I'm done with boring meaningless lab. So yeah, looking forward to that.